$10,000 a month. I could make it $1 million a month business in 90 days.
4 agencies doing over 100K a month.
With marketing, you can make hundreds of millions of dollars. I would lose $500,000 this month if I made $20.
You know who plays pickleball?
Rich people.
And
White.
That's why you're broke.
context.
Context.
Let me
He took all my shit.
What niche would you pick?
I had to unfollow you.
It's okay. I mean, you lost some money in that time, but it's okay.
Guys, this is free.
This is crazy.
Joel Kaplan has the best f***ing program in the world.
We got Eddie Malouf. He's the CEO and founder of 4 Media Marketing, but most importantly, he's an incredible human being and honestly, such a good friend. I'm super grateful to call him a friend. And honestly, it's really interesting because initially you signed up for my program just to learn about like the local ad agency game. You were doing e-com back then, but like now I come to you for advice. So it's really cool how everything comes full circle.
It's a good relationship.
But why don't we start by having you tell the people like your agency story? Like I know that like people can go on the 4 Media podcast if they want to hear your full story, but like
agency story, yeah. Well, it started because I liked marketing. I think that's a difference from a lot of people now, to be fair.
You actually like marketing.
I actually like marketing. I think marketing is the coolest thing in the fucking world. And now that now that I'm more mature in business, skill set wise, I hold the most valuable skill set to a business owner at the end of the day. Like I can take anyone's amazing idea that can't sell and I can sell it to anyone. I can turn a business from $0 a month right now that I understand this, right? I didn't understand that it would go this far back then, but I can take someone who has a business who's making let's say $10,000 a month. I can find things that I could change and market it, and I could make it $1 million a month business in 90 days. You get what I'm saying? Like that's a skill.
10K to $1 million a month?
Huh?
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's an agency. I'm saying a business.
Yeah.
A business, right? As a marketing talent, what other skill set in a business can do that? Operations can't. Accounting can't.
That's a good point.
Finance can't. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is the most valuable skill set to have, and I felt like that.
I would even say that sales can't because you're only pulling one lever with sales. With marketing, you're pulling multiple levers.
I think Patrick David just posted something about this, but he said like you can make $100,000 a month doing sales. You can make $1 million a month doing sales, but you can't make hundreds of millions of dollars doing sales. But with marketing, you can make hundreds of millions of dollars.
Wow. So at this point, you have 4 agencies doing over 100K a month. Mm-hmm. You have agencies in the local space, in the e-commerce space, and like I know you guys are doing 8 figures with 4 Media, like the main agency. So when did you start? Like how old were you when you started your agency?
Great
like
story.
Because I know there's a lot of people that watch like YouTubers. They watch our channel, they watch Tony, they hear his story. It's like, oh my God, 19 years old, 0 to 17K a month. What was your story like starting out?
Also, quick question, but like, I'm just curious, like, why marketing out of like all the skill that you could pick
It was fun. It was fun, bro. Marketing is offense. Most other skills are defense. So like, and I don't like defense. I've never liked defense, even in fucking sports, in video games, every aspect of my life. I would rather be on offense than defense.
That makes sense.
I want to play fucking quarterback. I want to catch the ball. I want to score. That's fun. Like stopping other people from scoring is not fun. And like psychologically, that's how I was built. So I always liked sales.
That makes sense.
It makes sense, right?
That makes so much sense.
Bro, when we play pickup, Eddie literally shoots from like half court and he makes it. I love offense.
No one believes
I love offense. Give me the fucking ball right now. Half court shot in. First time I played with Eddie, I was like, what the fuck?
You're pretty good at basketball too, bro.
Some days.
Your brother's good too. I mean, your brother me and his brother played basketball, and it was like we were playing together for like 10 years. It was fucking weird. Throwing it behind the back, running. It was insane. I was like, yo, I fuck with you, dude. Like, we're on the same page right now. But yeah, so I like marketing. That's what it was. I always grew up like, here's the thing. What people don't realize, like I grew up with a sales background, not from like sales jobs or sales management, but from life. If you really think about it, you're selling, when you're convincing your friends to buy something, when you're convincing your friends to go somewhere, every situation is you selling them on something. You have to psychologically convince, and sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes think about it. It's 5 people in a group. 4 of them are on the other side of this agreement. We don't want to do this thing. And like for you to compel all 4, 80% of the room to become on your team is a very powerful skill. And so like you're really doing sales all your life. When you convince your friend to buy a different bag of chips or to try Cane's instead of Chick-fil-A today.
Yo, Eddie convinced me to buy this watch.
I convinced you to buy this watch, right?
He said I'm a brokey if I don't buy nice
That's
things.
not what I said. Come on.
He said what did I say?
What did I say?
I'm gonna end up on the streets if I don't buy nice
Come
things.
on, no. So Joel is Jewish by blood and by habits. You know what I mean?
That's swallowing juice, so it's like complicated. you know?
Yeah. So you have to convince
I'm not
Joel
supposed to be.
what's a good use of luxury items. You know what I mean?
Yo, actually, Eddie was right. He said buy a watch, and then this doubled in value.
This watch probably went up, what, 15, 20K?
50K, yeah.
That's insane, bro.
I want
bro.
I want a watch, but Joel told me not to buy a watch. I'm like, yo.
All right, because you're like starting out.
You're not ready
still.
to buy a watch yet. Once you do what you're doing for
What's
a
your
year,
philosophy on watches? And then let's get back to the story. Should teenagers buy watches?
It's not about the age, it's about the income.
How much? It's like, yeah, you can buy a watch.
I mean, you should at least have like
Tony wants to know exactly when he's allowed to buy one.
you should have like 8 to 10x what that watch is in the bank at least. And you should have that watch in cash flow pretty regularly. Like,
That's pretty much what I told you.
at least on like a monthly to bi-monthly basis. You should have that watch
My
in
rule
cash
of if you
That's my
really
opinion.
want to watch
Yeah.
it, so you
Once
have
you
at
buy
least
one, you'll
100K.
buy like 3-4. That's the problem. It's not like you're not gonna buy one.
Yeah,
You're
that's
gonna
a
be like,
good
oh
point.
fuck. Now I justified it. This went up in value $2,000. I'm gonna go buy that one for 30. That's what fucking Joel did, bro. Joel went on a fucking snowball roller coaster. How many watches did you buy in like 6 months?
Bro, it was worse. It was like 30 days.
30
Yo.
days.
Bro, I was like, yo, this is nice. And then this is 15K. Then I bought a 45K.
Which ironic.
Then Eddie was like, you showed me yours. And then I was like, I kind of need like a daily. Like kind of like a daily driver for cars. I was like, because this one went up in value a lot.
Yeah.
So
You
I only
can't
use this on
scratch it. You have to
special
keep it
occasions.
new.
The gold one is like, you also don't want to wear the gold one out in public. Like, it's just not like, that's like a nice one. You go out to dinner.
The day
like,
date? The president.
the presidential, yeah. But
Yeah.
then the other one, the Wimbledon dial, I was like, I need a daily, you know? So I ended up spending like $100,000 on watches.
in 30
days.
You know what I mean? It's because you justify it, bro. You start thinking of them as investments, as networking tools. Watches hold a lot of value.
I
Besides,
actually spent 75K, but they went up in value. So yeah, but still.
yeah, I mean that's still a lot of money in 30 days for your first watch. So yeah, hold your money on watches. That's my philosophy on watches. Anyways, I really like marketing. I did sales my whole life. This is part of the agency story. I was in college. I started like learning ads. I was like, yo, ads are sick. Like you could run ads on like.
How'd you learn?
Just for reference for everyone listening, I'm 29. This is 10 years ago. I was 19. And I learned because Gary Vee, in a speech on stage, live, mentioned the word dark post on Facebook. I looked it up. It didn't exist. There wasn't a single article.
It's just ads.
It's ads. But no.
Gary
back
Vee
then,
called it.
Ads didn't exist.
What do you mean?
There was not a single YouTube video on the internet that could teach me how to run a Facebook ad. There was not a single one. You have to understand.
Wow.
You have to understand how difficult that is to learn. There wasn't a coach teaching. There wasn't a single fucking video on YouTube. There was a there
So
wasn't.
there
even,
weren't 10K a month teenagers on YouTube.
no, there was no. But that's fucking crazy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's fucking difficult as fuck to do. So I learned ads back then. I did them for my family's businesses, and then I worked for Lifetime Fitness in sales. And they gave me. I killed it. I was the number one guy in the whole company. It was by a mile. Like I would hit record quota in like 6 days of the month, and like have 24 days to just pile on my quota. It was retarded.
Yeah.
So I was a cheat code. I was like 5-6 sales guys. Like for reference, this is a story I've never told on a podcast. I left Lifetime in August. This is how good I was. Like,
How old were you at this point? 19 still?
22.
Okay, so you graduated college.
I graduated. This is like I did college ads for my parents. That was like my background of ads. And then
Wait, on that point of like you graduating and stuff. I remember watching a short from your page about like how you lie to everyone that you were like a valedictorian and some stuff. You graduated.
I lied to my parents.
but then you were not.
Yeah, this is a good story. So I was graduating. I had a 3.2 GPA or something. I realized
But that's not valid.
halfway through college. No, it's not that. Halfway through college, I basically like realized like this isn't gonna make me money. Like I got to start thinking. That's how I started learning ads. Like I started learning my own thing. And in the ceremony for the school for graduation, my parents were in the stands and they were like, grades was like all that mattered to them. Like that is it. Like we sent him to college. He's graduating today. How high did he rank in his class? So they call valedictorian. Valedictorian comes up, gives their speech. Salutatorian comes up, gives their speech. Then there's a third category, whatever it was, like dean's, like whatever, next level shit, 4.4 and above. And bro, in a stadium of like 10,000 people, nah, that's exaggerating. Probably 6,000 people graduated.
Still a lot of people.
Huge public school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
still
I
a
know.
lot of people.
It might be 10,000 actually. We're all standing there. Like 2 people stood up in the whole fucking stadium for that award. And I was like, I nudged my friend. I was like, yo. I was like, let's make our parents proud. We're standing up for the next one.
You both did it.
Yeah, and here's where the risk, but here's where the risk was. Because it was only 2 people, they read their names out loud. Joel Kaplan, and then that person stood up, and it was like another person, and that was it. And I was like,
So the next category,
could be a stand-up category. It could be like a name called. So we took a risk. I was like, bro, but it's 2 people. The next one's got to be like
be
a
like
big
10, at least.
Exactly,
At least
like
10.
15, 20 even.
The risk reward ratio makes sense.
It's high. Like worst
The
case,
downside is pretty low, but the upside is
the
fucking
upside's
massive.
insane. That's how
It's
you
like
gotta
the
live
best
life.
decision making framework.
He's like, no, dude, I'm not gonna do it. I'm like, bro, get the fuck up.
He's
I
like,
stood
"Don't
up
be a
and
bitch."
I fucking like nudged him, and he stood up too. And we looked, bro. There was like 12 people in the whole fucking place.
Did they read names?
I'm like, please God, please God, please God. And they're like, round of applause. And everyone just started clapping. And I looked up at my parents. I knew where they were sitting. I was like, hey. And they're like, yes. Like screaming and shit. And then it's funny because we were at a family gathering like 6 years after I graduated. And to that day, I forgot that I never told them. And I was telling the joke in front of them to their friends. And my parents were like, looking at each other like, are you fucking serious?
Bro, that's hilarious. Yo, I
And
gotta
that's
ask
how
you
they
something.
found out, dude.
Did you cheat
That's
in
pretty
school?
funny.
Be honest. Be honest. Because
Everyone cheated off me in school.
so
back
you were
to high
good,
school- back to
good
high
student.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd cheat if I didn't know something and the opportunity was blatantly obvious, but I wouldn't like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't go out of my way to like cheat. Like I wouldn't bring a
Bro,
note
'cause
card.
we've had
and hide
teenagers
it.
on this podcast that start like homework cartels. Like it's a whole
Just do it.
operation.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was doing, but people were cheating off me.
Damn.
I would.
Were you charging for it? No.
No.
Okay.
I was cheating pretty hard when I was in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, like really hard.
But like why?
Cause I didn't fuck with school. I was like, fuck that.
But that's like lack of challenging yourself intentionally.
Yeah.
That's like I didn't work out because it's like hard.
Damn.
Like just cause school, here's the thing, just cause the topics you're learning aren't topics that are valuable, the criteria of you as a character and your discipline are challenged. And if you don't challenge them in that time, it's just time wasted that you now have to build up disciplining and challenging yourself. You're already in fucking class for 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
I'm not saying be a fucking nerd. I'm just saying like,
That's a good point.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's
like
smart
why
guy.
not?
Yeah.
Why not build that muscle?
That's smart.
So I built that muscle. I built that muscle heavily. I was insane at some categories, but some like history.
Bro, Jim, this guy was taking kids out. Offense all the way. In gym class, pass me the fucking ball. This
I'm competitive.
guy's
I'm very competitive.
knocking people down. It's like, it's just like, there's
Dude,
kids in gym class
offense,
that are
bro.
like, you're taking it too seriously.
In business, I'm so nice. I'm so calm. I'm so like on like courts and fields. I'm fucking relentless.
He's an animal.
I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to
funny.
win, bro. Like I'm letting out my fucking animal instinct on these courts. But anyways, back to that shit. Anyways, I did that.
So you learned ads.
I learned
dark
ads,
posts.
dark posts. Then that was a long time ago. I'm just telling you how far it goes. But I didn't do it. Then I went to Lifetime. I became the #1 guy. They offered me a promotion, pretty big one. I was still 22. They offered me like 150 racks, which is fucking insane for 22. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
so I went to lunch. I thought about it. I was like, you know what? Back to the school thing. I was like, dude, I'm 22. If I don't make any money for 8 years and I just become one of the smartest people that can possibly be in those 8 years, then by 30, I can make more money from 30 to 31 than I did from 22 to 30. So this paycheck doesn't matter. And I was like, okay, I agree with myself. Paycheck doesn't matter. Cool. What matters? Intellect. Am I going to challenge myself much further at the job that I'm already #1 at in the entire company with my legs kicked up on a table? No. Challenge yourself. So I called my dad. I was like, let me run the marketing for our companies. He paid me $2,500 a month. I took a percent of profit share of increase. So if we made 100K last January in profit, we made 120 this year, I get 20% of that 20. I was like, I'll make up for it. So that's how I operated. Then I started doing it for other people's businesses. But I was just good at marketing. I was good
Is
at
anyone
running.
teaching you this?
No.
You learn by yourself?
Self-taught. So then like Billie Jean and Dan Henry and stuff started like coming out with courses, right? So then that's when I started like doing it for other people, but like still wasn't at like the level. And then and honestly, I was just good at marketing. I watched them to learn marketing, not to learn how to get clients, if that makes sense. I just watched them to become better at marketing. And I didn't really have a system, but I had a bunch of clients. I was killing it for all of them, but it wasn't like an exuberant amount. It's like 15, 20, 30K a month max. You know,
decent amount.
It is, but it's not that much.
Yeah,
when you're stuck at that number for a year or 2 years, it's shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
makes
like,
sense.
it's horrible. Then I took Joel's program.
And you blew up like after.
I didn't even
I think
attend.
you DM me about VAs or something.
Maybe, yeah. And then you wanted to charge me like $1,000 per VA now that I'm thinking about it.
I don't even know, dude. It wasn't me, bro.
Joel's such a Jew, bro. He charges for everything.
Bro, it's not me.
I'm like, hey man, like, any advice on this? He's like, yeah, this is my bank account. You can send $1,000 and I'll respond.
Bro, I feel exposed right now.
No. Joel's a good dude. Joel puts out more value than anyone in this space.
I literally felt the same way about you when I first joined Agency Lab.
What?
Like you're really transactional. But then
the
more I get to know you,
you have to be.
Here's the truth. It's ultimately, even if I want to give so much and care so much and help so much, it still has to be a business. Or even then, if it isn't a business, then I can't even help as much. I can't even give as much.
You can't build a team. You can't. There's so much.
So
you can't do.
Unfortunately, and I think this was a really big challenge for me, is that a lot of people are like, oh, Joel is transactional, but yeah, the challenge is that I am the business. People don't buy Agency Lab. They're buying into Joel Kaplan. They want to work with me. That's why I give everything away for free and say, hey, if you want personalized support, access, community,
next
proximity, then you invest. But like,
which is a fucking game changer, by the way. Like, I on this podcast will fucking say Joel Kaplan has the best fucking program in the world.
Thank you.
I agree.
If you own or want to own a marketing agency, and it's not even fucking close. Here's how good it is. I had a team of 2 people besides me. We were 3 total. We bought Joel's course. We did one onboarding call. We talked about some shit with Joel for like 30 minutes, got off the call. We watched the exact videos we were looking for in the course. We're like, we need this, right?
You never joined a coaching call and stuff. Right?
wait, let's talk about that in a second.
I never attended a single fucking coaching call while I was like a broke student, because I knew the coaching calls were already done for me. It's called the fucking course. There's a reason the course is made. It's well thought out. It's like, this is everything you need to know in the order you need to know it in.
And then how far did you get just with watching the course?
7-figure agency, like right out the rip.
Okay, and now I want to say something. And by the way, this wasn't planned. I'm just like, holy fuck, you're saying this right now. I give away all that information now for free. So it's like, Eddie is living proof.
We paid 10 G's for that free information.
all I'm trying to say, but look, I say that to give people hope, you know? I don't say that to like come off the wrong way. It's more to give people hope. Like, if Eddie was able to build a 7-figure agency off of that information, like, that's insane. Like, you really have no excuses. Like, you really have no excuses.
Yeah, and at the time, bro, $10,000 was a lot of money to me. A lot. It was a hard decision. Like,
same when I joined.
Trusting a random dude on the internet too. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? It's
same.
fucking hard. I get it now too, bro.
Now I'm like trying to see how I can pay Eddie, and he's like, maybe later. he's like power framing me. I'm like, dude, where do I send the money? He's like, we'll see.
look, here's
Like, bro, come on.
here's the blessing I had. I had a very good business background from my family, because they owned a lot of multi 7-figure businesses, but they were all built from good ideas, not from good business structure. Does that make sense? They were like,
Tell me more.
like my dad's a really good visionary. This idea would slap. And then he opens that idea. He understands how he wants to open it, does it, but no SOPs are in place. 5 years later, still no checklist, still no, you get what I'm saying?
No,
it's
yeah.
like the
No
business, yeah, exactly. The business had no structure. So it couldn't go from even though it might've been a $50 million idea, it couldn't go past $4 or $5 million. You know what I mean? Because it didn't have the structure to get to 50. So that was something I never learned, and I got a taste of it. I always look back, and this is like for people that have jobs in big companies, you'll kick yourself in the ass if you will hate yourself so much if you don't actually do this. I left Lifetime 6 months after working for Lifetime, and I look back and I'm like, why the fuck didn't you study the business more? Like why didn't you look at how they run their SOPs, how they run their reportings in other departments? How does the team structure build? What is the org structure of this company? How are they funneling reporting?
Why are they
upward?
trying to promote you?
What is a regional director? Why are they trying to promote me? What is the psychology to getting all these people to want to stay here? Comp plans, mission, core values, all these things that they're teaching me.
Well, they just took one of the basketball courts off at Lifetime, so that's
on yours too.
Yeah,
on everyone in the country. They did it in a week, bro. They were like, announcing we're gonna put a pickleball court on the basketball court soon. I'm like, all right, soon, guys. You want to play basketball tomorrow morning? No, it's a pickleball court now.
Bro, it happened
I'm
overnight.
like, it was fucking 5 days.
And we should be learning from that. They rolled out a huge
But
change.
how much planning did it take to roll that out? That's what people don't see. They thought about that shit for a fucking year. I guarantee it, bro. A year of pickleball.
and you know what?
How do we capitalize on the back end? We need to start selling our own pickleball gear. We need to become the pickleball people. We need to have a pickleball program with pickleball coaches. You get what I'm saying? It's not like they slapped on
And
some
you know who
clothes.
plays pickleball?
Rich people,
And
white people.
that's not what I was going to say. Old people.
Old people. You're so funny, bro.
Tony, bro.
But
Bro,
now young people. Now young people.
bro,
the
that's
thing.
like strike 2 on your like racist comment on my YouTube channel.
How's
You know,
that,
strike 3, like
your channel's done, bro. 3 ticks.
3 ticks, like
Wait,
you're done.
you got a strike?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
No,
bro,
you
it's
got
pretty bad.
2 strikes. This is your second strike.
This is from Joel to you, not from YouTube to Joel. Yeah,
okay.
sorry, bro.
Yeah. So I think
But anyways, yeah. So I didn't know shit. I joined your program. We learned SOP. We understood like, okay, we need an onboarding automation. Duh. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like we used to just sign something up and be like, all right, copy the docs. Get that list of questions we have. You know what I mean? It was
it
like
used to
that.
be like one every single time. It was like just manual.
Manual the whole time. Yeah. So we're like, great. Now we can sign up 30 people next month, and we did. Like that. Like it was like, fuck, bro, we can't handle more than 10 signups a month. It's fuck, we're pulling our hair out. And then we're like, oh, onboarding automation. Done.
I'm pretty sure you're like different from most like beginners though. I don't think beginners should be like looking at like stuff like that. They should just like sell.
Yeah, I mean, at that point,
I
he wasn't
agree.
a pure beginner. I'd say he's more
Yeah.
intermediate in the SMMA space.
Yeah, I was definitely intermediate. I wasn't beginner. But like, it doesn't matter if I was if I was beginner, I would still make money from Joel's program. Yeah. It's like, here's the thing.
This is why, like, 90s, literally, you can give away all the information in the world, and 99% of people will still fail and do nothing with it. And you're living proof, because if you have the same exact information, literally access to the same SOPs, same systems, all those master classes, now I give it away for free. How come you absolutely destroyed it, and most people are just watching YouTube videos doing nothing?
But here's the thing.
Why do you think?
Because most people, and this is most people, want to make more money, right? But that's where it stops. They want to make more. That's it. Like, do you get?
And where does it go for you?
I'm not about wanting to make more money. I'm about wanting to do bigger shit.
Yes. I want to play. You say you're not playing. Dude, I want to play the sport of business every fucking day. I'm addicted.
Yeah.
It's
It's like the money's a tool for me to hire better employees at this point, to get sicker camera equipment, to get the most updated lights, to get the most insane lens on the camera, to have the best assistant, to take care of all the things my wife doesn't want to do. Like, that's what money's for. Like, but I don't, like, me personally, I mean, dude, I've had these same fucking shoes since Black Friday. Look how clean they are. I bought like 3 pairs, and that's pretty much
pretty clean.
pretty clean.
built clothes. Like, I don't fucking buy nice shit. Neither does Joel, honestly. You know what I mean?
I literally only bought things that Eddie told me to buy.
But it's because my goal wasn't I didn't get into it to just make more money. I knew I wanted to make more money. Don't get me wrong. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
I need to figure out, dude. At one point, dude, just 6 years ago, I used to think 100K a year was a fuckload of money.
Wow.
A fuckload. I was just talking about this with my friend the other day.
It's crazy how things change. Like I used to be like 20K a month, I'm free forever.
20K a month?
If you and I made 20K a month, we would lose so much money. You would be bleeding right now. If you made 20K this month,
bro, if I made for the company,
you would be bleeding.
I would lose $500,000 this month if I made 20K. Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy.
That's a big. That needs to get repurposed and reclipped because that's a huge
that's crazy.
awakening. People are so stuck on 10K a month, 10K a month, 10K a month because other YouTube gurus say 10K a month, but like you gotta be thinking so much bigger. Like
if you're taking a risk.
If you're scared, if 10K a month seems like the destination for you, you got a long way to go. Because for me, 10K a month. For you, Eddie, 10K a month, that's losing. We're done.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because for me, it's more recent because I hit 10K a month like back in like November last year.
Good shit, bro.
Thank you. And okay.
At your age, I was making $0.
Yeah.
0.
I got lucky because I got hit with an ad from Joel. So
you didn't get lucky. Joel spent fucking money on that ad. That's what people fucking
see. People think it's like, head, it's transactional. Well,
like Joel's fucking burning his wife and child's money to try to go fucking get more of you guys to hear about it. Like, it kills me, bro. When people go off and like shit on me on an ad, I'm like, do you why wouldn't you give that away for free?
We do give it away for, and I do give it away for free. Literally, Eddie charges for implementation. I charge for access, proximity, community, support. Like, you literally give away your entire AI presentation on your YouTube channel. Same thing, same from your team, the one you gave your team.
Yeah, which is like
I'm pretty sure you shared the exact same. You did that training with your team.
Oh, I just took the recording from Google Meets and put it on YouTube. Because like so many people message me, I'm like, I'm not gonna.
So like that, you're like, what's the sauce? That's the sauce. But what's the sauce? That's what I gave my team. You know, it's like there's no hidden training, you know?
Yeah. So all in all, that's what I did. Now I can pretty much open an agency anytime I want and just get it to 6 figures a month, probably in 90 days, every time.
That's wild.
It's based on the formula that Joel gave.
So from 6 to 7.
But you know what's crazy? I always say, like, take the frameworks, innovate on them. Like, you took the framework I gave you and then you took it to a level I've never even been to. Like,
well, let me yeah, go ahead.
No, you go for it.
Here's what I recognize, and I'm about to film a YouTube video on this, like, understanding of how business works. If you want to build, so there's like 3 stages. There's way more than 3 stages, but there's 3 stages.
There's 3 stages to $1 billion.
To $1 million, to 10 million plus a year. Okay, there's 3 stages up to that. So stage 1 is where you're at. Okay, how many employees do you have? Me. How much money you take home? 100%.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
100%. Okay, great. So that's stage 1. You can get to 50, 60K a month, stage 1. 70K a month, stage 1.
Really, just by yourself?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can definitely net 40.
Not even VAs.
I mean, on 70K a month, you can be taking home 60.
Yeah, but you still need to hire like at least.
Still, but you're taking home 60. It's fucking unfeasible in business. You know what I mean? It's like, like that's a lot of fucking money. You know what I mean? So that alone, stage 1. Stage 2, tough stage. Stage 2 is like going from like 100, 150 to 400, 500 a month. You have to build out an admin team. You have to start building an internal marketing team. You have to now get a sales manager. You have to go get a finance team, whether it's in-house or out, to manage numbers and billing and all those things and projections. You have to go build a hiring and HR department to manage employees as you start growing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You have to start building all these admin pieces of the business. If you want to get a studio, now you have to pay rent for a studio. It's like all these hard costs. And the thing is, between stage 2...
Wait, my studio's not free? We got to pay for it.
Just people don't realize that, right? That's why you have to charge for things. But like, so then here's the cool part. Between stage 2 and stage 3, the admin costs don't change. You don't need more of a finance team. You don't need more people to hire. Like those same people can hire twice as many people. You get what I'm saying? You don't need a bigger internal marketing team. You need the same fucking one. You get what I'm saying? So like those costs don't change. And so your profit margin jumps from the mid like 400 or 500K a month to the million a month, that is like.
But what's the lever that got pulled?
In what sense? Okay, let me get where I'm saying. So what I realized was, okay, great. If it's the admin team that's the issue, it's probably really hard to scale one agency to $1 million a month. But what if I scaled 5 to 400K a month? Wouldn't that be way easier? And they would all operate with the same admin team. So my main fixed cost doesn't change. Yeah. Now I can build operations.
So you're scaling horizontally.
I'm scaling horizontally, exactly, but vertically at the same time, just like one floor at a time. You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to jump 20 floors in one building.
I understand, yeah.
So in 5 years, you'll be like, how the fuck did Eddie get so fucking huge? That's how. Because Eddie owns 15 companies.
So by building a bigger foundation, you're able to essentially.
But they all feed each other. They all feed each other. They all do each other's services. They all share clients with each other. You get what I'm saying? Because it's services that they need. So, like, if my company needs a recruiting company, I need people to hire. So do other people. So why don't I just start my own recruiting company? That's a fixed cost. Now, it hires for my company full time. My entire team applies to my recruiting company. They're not even in-house. They have to fill out a form, what job they want. They put in the salaries they suggest. It goes to my CFO. If he hits yes, it forwards to the operating team for the recruiting company. They go and they try to find someone, and then they bring us final interviews back. I'm like, okay, great. I'm going to pay for that anyways. Now let me systemize it so it can be a service for all my companies. And if other people want to do it for their company, fucking guarantee at some point you'll hire people from my company. Guaranteed. It's too high level. You're going to have to. At one point you're going to be like, fuck this. I can't find this person. Eddie's hired fucking 50 of these guys. Like, let me just go get one from Eddie for a few grand. Like, who fucking cares? You know what I mean?
So
like,
you're saying first you're alone. You start off and you can maybe get to 50K a month. Then
you can get to like 80. You can get to $1 million a year alone with like 2 VAs.
I'd say you need someone or an executive assistant.
2 VAs.
At least an account manager, though, because at like 15 clients, I was like really busy.
It depends on your business. So you could have one client that pays you 100K a month, or you could have a business of 100 1K a month clients.
Yeah.
Both require completely different operations. You can be smart enough with the right company to get paid 100 grand a month and be one person working for one client, but your leverage is so high. They make 3 million a month and you make them another $1 million. So why wouldn't they pay you another 100 grand? Do you get what I'm saying? So like there's I
saw that on your story. Like you asked if I could make you an extra, let's say million
net profit,
would you pay me 400,000? And then you keep an extra 600,000 that you wouldn't have had. And I put, fuck yeah, what do you mean?
Of course.
It's a free 600,000.
All my richest friends.
I wasn't going to make the million anyways unless you helped. So it's like.
All my richest friends said yes.
So did a lot of people say, what was the final vote?
92-8.
92 said yes? Okay, so most people take it.
Yeah, there was 550 votes. So a pretty substantial amount of people didn't take it. And I was like kind of shocked.
Yeah, why would you take that?
I was like, I am surprised the number was anything less than like 100.
Yeah.
Are you like that's why you're broke.
Yeah.
Like some people are so concerned with giving other people money that it inhibits them from making more money only because they don't want someone else to win as big while they're winning. You get what I'm saying? Like that stops so many people I know from making money, bro. And it's just because and my richest friends, bro, they'll come into a deal. I have a friend right now, kills it, 9 figures a year. We're introing. We are both entering another business. They're bringing us both in as business partners, okay, to split the remaining equity together. He went and he got 5 people to split his equity with him. He split his equity another 5, right? So imagine like 24% gets split 5 ways instead of 1 way, because he knew if I have these 5 people, this company will be way bigger and way better. And he didn't even care. I think he didn't even ask me to change my equity. He just said, I'll bring these 5 in to change mine up.
I think most people are in such a poverty mindset, and they're in this like poverty conditioning where they're not willing to take a step back to take 5 steps forward. They just cannot conceptualize 1 step back is actually a healthy way to create room to really move a lot farther. I think it has a lot to do with just conditioning, their views on money. But it's like, it's funny because you made the joke earlier that I'm pretty Jewish, but like I also like, no, not to bring that back, but that was not the intention. But like, I'm a huge believer in.
But you're right.
No. Dude, I'm a huge, like, I just gave equity to 2 of the people on my admin team because I'm like, I want them to benefit just as much as I am. And it may be, if not as much, a good portion where they feel really excited to show up every day. But I think it's scary when you don't have much to give even a little bit away. So
you have to, it's like in a plane, right? You have to put your own oxygen mask first before you can put others on. But when you have your own source of oxygen, you can now go and do it for other people. You get what I'm saying? Like it's the same in that. Like at first you have to eat for yourself. You're useless to everyone else because you don't have any money to invest and you haven't built up that skill set enough. When you get to the point where you have more leverage in relationships, but you can also be more generous because you have more to be generous with. You get what I'm saying? Like if you're making $20K a month right now, Joel, you wouldn't go and like pay for a dinner. You'd be like,
Is that what I would say? Is that what I would say?
Yeah. Yeah. You guys let us split this? You know what I mean? But like it allows you to do things like that, in my opinion. Like that's.
Bro, I'd be like, Eddie, hire me right now. That's what I would say.
I was spending so much money at like 10K a month. It was so bad.
Like, Tony had a weird thing where once he started making money, we talked about it on the other podcast. He started making money, and then I think he was like,
I got like
he wanted
depressed,
to live.
bro.
Yeah, he wanted to live that
kidding.
life. But I told him like,
it's just.
I think when people are, well, why don't you can share?
Yeah, so pretty much like, so the whole story. So I started the agency back in like August, and I hit 10K a month like fairly quick, like 3 months, 90 days, and the goal is just to make money. Like I just want to make money, and the goal is like 10K a month. Like you guys just like roasting the fuck out people who just want to make 10K a month.
No. That's not what we said. We said at the beginning, that's all. You have to make your 10K a month.
Yeah. So,
that's all it's about, bro. You have to get there to be able to do things anyways. Yeah.
So I got there, and then I think the motivation was different because the moment I thought I was like, if I hit to 10K a month, like people will respect me, people will like me and all that stuff. And I got there, it was like, oh, it's the same shit. So that's what I think. Whenever you gave me the explanation when I told you the story about
How'd you get to 10K a month?
I just do outreach and sell.
To what niche?
Auto detailing.
Auto detailing. How'd you get into auto detailing?
It wasn't from you. It
wasn't for me.
It wasn't.
Are you sure?
All right, context.
Let me take. He took all my shit and copied it. That's the context.
And you guys,
but it made him some money.
And you guys took my shit and copied it. So, but now I'm playing. But I think I got into detailing because I was on TikTok and I saw a detailing video.
I think Tony took some of my shit, some of your shit.
100%.
And then
that DM script was fresh, you know.
Yeah, I picked that niche after a TikTok video, and then I think a guy in Agency Lab told me, wait, Eddie Malouf is doing auto. And I searched up your masterclass and I watched every single video in the course that got your face in it.
I delivered some value in those trainings. Right?
Yo, you went crazy on the training. So I just watched.
Let me get those recordings, bro. Let me post them on my YouTube, bro.
You can do that. But then everyone's going to join.
I'll just go join Joel Kaplan's program.
No, what I'm saying is everyone's going to go start at an agency and do exactly what you
I don't give a fuck, bro.
I'm just warning you, bro. Tony and I ruined the detailing niche.
Bro, it was horrible. So many people now.
I know, bro. I'm in the fucking industry. But it doesn't matter. Like
I think you're real at some point.
Because I can just go build another one, bro.
And I think at some point of success, you just stopped worrying so much about competition because you realize the way to win is just to focus on, by counting your money, not other people's money. Offense.
Yeah.
Offense.
Not defense.
Bro, here's what I tell people. Like whenever you play defense, you play life on defense, think of like the fucking, the dude from Ice Age with the fucking nuts. What's his name?
Sid.
Think about how is it Sid? No, it's a little eight. It's a squirrel.
Oh,
guy.
yeah. Okay.
The squirrel.
Yeah,
the squirrel's always trying to fucking
yeah.
protect his nuts.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
what fucking happens? He loses nuts every time. He fucking puts his acorns in a fucking tree, and he's so worried about not losing them that he loses them every time.
That's a crazy analogy.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what everyone's like when they're fucking thinking so protective and so
It's my niche. It's my niche.
It's my idea. You get what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah, I think you realize there's plenty of nuts in the world to go around.
There's plenty of fucking nuts to go around. I'll go shake that tree over there, bro.
And
like,
if you lose them, you'll find new ones.
That's what I'm saying. And honestly, if I lost my nuts and I couldn't go find more, it's my fucking fault for not being able to go find new nuts.
Because there's some chestnuts.
There's some chestnuts everywhere. But you get my point. Like this is a really important lesson for people to learn, because like so many people play life like that, and you could just feel it, you can smell it. You don't want to do business with them. Like it is what it is. And like the reason people like Joel think highly of me, you know, at least from what they say, like, is because I truly am a very collaborative mindset. Like that's how I am. I'm not like, I don't withhold information from other people. I tell them how it is. And if I feel like someone withholds back to me intentionally after I've opened up to them, then I understand where to draw the line of that relationship. And like, I'm just not gonna spend that much time with this person because like I opened up fully. I gave them a 10 out of 10. And they gave me a 4 out of 5 out of 10. You know what I mean? Not even like an 8. I'm not expecting a 10 back, but like, you know, get close. And so you can feel that from people.
Yeah.
And my richest friends and my best relationships in business, all when it comes to the table of like negotiating percentages, even, we're very upfront, transparent. This would make me happy. This would make me happy. Cool. No problem.
And you'd
like,
say, hey, this wouldn't make me happy too. You can have very honest.
Let's find something.
And it's
Could
also
you add
not
more of a salary, take more of a.
And it's also not so intense.
Yeah.
The goal is how can we work together? Not I want to win, so you lose. It doesn't have to be a zero-sum game.
Like and I don't need to sit here and fight over another 2.5, another 5 percentage points here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm in so many conversations where it's like that. I'm like, you know, I thought about it, guys. I'm not really interested. I'm like, bro, fucking at the beginning, we're already fucking fighting over like
a small
thing.
Focus it's a big thing in the long term. Right now, it's worth 0, bro.
Instead of worrying about how much you're going to lose, you should be worrying on how much you can make right now by playing offense and taking more action. Everyone's like worried about their competitors, what people say, what people are doing, if the niche is saturated, if it's not saturated, if someone sent this script, if someone sent that script. Instead, you should be just focused on how do I get more clients, and you'd make way more money.
Exactly. And that's something you always teach, right? What is it?
Set appointments, close appointments. Set appointments.
That's it. Joel shoves it down your throat, and that's it. Like you said, the beginning stages, that's what you got to get good at. Like I already forced myself to get good at that going into Joel's program.
Yeah, you were good at that. You needed the operations.
I didn't have a business.
And I think the next level, because honestly, dude, I've been learning from you on this podcast. Like, really grateful for you to come on and share some things. And for anyone watching,
I'm learning
huge
so
golden
much.
nuggets. Like, maybe the key to scaling is to accept the limits of your business, and maybe it's sometimes better to build horizontally to build a bigger foundation to scale. You know,
think about yourself. If you were buying a company, what's a safer buy? One product, $20 million net profit a year, or 10 products, $2 million each net profit a year.
The second.
Way less risk. Right?
Yeah.
So like in my agencies, why don't I just build 10 to $800K a month, example. That puts me at what? $100 million a year. That $100 million a year.
Guys, this is free.
This is crazy.
Is safer than one business going to $100 million a year. But they're all the same admin team, the same business structure. It's the same product.
Yes, you keep the foundation.
altered.
Same. It's like think about real estate. Imagine you're building a building, right? And you have a certain foundation, and you're like, we can't build more floors because
it's too tall.
It's too tall, whatever. So then instead of trying to build a separate building somewhere else, you build right next to it. And first, where do you start? Foundation.
And then what do you do?
Another one.
No. And then a parking lot.
Yo, that's good.
You have to, I'm serious.
He baited me. He baited me, bro. That was a bait. That was a bait. You knew I was gonna say.
But that's the key. That's how you got to think.
What else do you build?
A fucking cafeteria once you have 2 buildings. They fucking got to eat somewhere. Why don't they fucking order food from you all day? You have enough people to make it worth 2 buildings. You get what I'm saying? Then you fucking build another building. Now you have 3 buildings. You have enough to fucking build a gym. Put a fucking paid gym in there. Now you monetize. You get what I'm saying? Like that's how you need to play.
This guy.
Bro,
that's how you need to play, bro.
This guy's next level.
I'm gonna dab you up
This
after.
guy, if we could just use this guy's reaction. He's killing it.
We're all like brokies. So this is
Not me.
not you. I'm not worried. Like
I'm just kidding. Compared to Eddie, bro, I told him I'm a peasant.
No,
Bro, you should.
we're the same, bro. Come on.
Just kidding.
You know that.
Like these are like crazy.
Eddie's a few
knowledge.
steps ahead.
Yeah, these are like I think not like a lot of steps ahead of me, but no, this is insane.
Bro, I'll give you one piece of advice, Tony. You gotta keep the mic up.
It's good.
It's hard.
All right, but I don't know why.
He's holding. He's putting in
right.
some effort.
No, because I'm scared I might be talking too loud. And
No,
the
you're
audio's
good.
No,
not-
you're good.
Okay.
All right, we got 6 minutes left.
Really?
Yeah, then we gotta go.
What time is it?
Or I mean, unless you want, we could leave in 15.
No,
Maybe
we can leave in 15 for sure.
All right, 15 more. All right, let's get into some tactical stuff. So, if you had to start an agency all over again, this is directly from 8-figure agency owner, 400K a month agencies within his bigger agency. If you had to start all over again in SMMA, what niche would you pick? I wanted to ask that for you because I knew you wanted me to ask that question.
I do not want to ask that question. But
It's not your niche.
why not?
What niche would you pick?
They're too broke.
Joe told me the same thing.
Am I good at marketing or am I not good at marketing? Makes a huge difference.
Yeah,
Like, am I someone who's
You're not
good
good
at marketing?
You're not
no
good.
experience.
No experience. Okay, that's an important question. I would go after. There's a lot of industries still out there that are way outside. I'm not going to give the exact answer because then I have people chasing after the fish of the pools that I'm in.
Give your second choice.
No, it's
What's
not.
your second choice?
It's not even about the choice because then I'm just teaching them how to fucking eat a fish, not to fish themselves. You need to understand how to fish yourself. So you need to look at niches.
People just want the fish.
You need to look at niches.
I'm telling you.
People just want
We've been growing content. People just want the fish.
People just want the fish.
I don't give a fuck, bro. Fuck the little clips. If someone's watching the podcast, here's what you need to do. You need to go and you need to look outside of all the categories that everyone else is working in. Chiropractors, auto detailers, all this shit. You need to put them on your no list. You need to make a fucking no list. I'm not going into any of these. And you need to make a list of all the other industries that are available. Then you need to look at those industries and understand which one of those industries have an audience that can be targeted with ads. So like, example, it doesn't need to be like people who are interested in plumbing, example, but it could be as wide as like parents because I'm selling kids shit. Can I target parents? Yes, I can. Great. That's an industry I can go into. Okay, so that's step number one. Step number two, they need to be able to sell a product that at least makes them a few $100s of profit from one sale. Very key. So like it could be a $500 product, okay, that they sell. Even if it's like a kitchen countertop, that's pretty expensive. They'll make more than $500 take home on that. That's an industry worth getting into. I can target people who are homeowners. It's broad enough.
Yeah.
And I can get a high ticket sale out of it because now the dude needs 10 sales a month to keep me forever.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Whereas in an industry where they're making $40 profit from a sale, how many sales do they need to cover my retainer? How much can I even charge at that point? How much in ads do I have to spend? How much work are they putting in to then take profit out? Like the gap is just too big. So they need to make like $300 to $500 profit minimum from a sale. And it needs to be a broad category to target in. And there's so many, dude. Home renovation is one of the best categories to get into. I'm starting an agency on home renovation in the next 60 days. Like we've already built the foundation. Like that's a category, high ticket. How many fucking sales do I need, dude? One basement remodel a month. One. And I justify my fucking 4K of ad spend and my 3K retainer in one job. What if I get 2? What if I get 10? You know what I mean? That's and guess what? I can reach these
Bro,
guys.
home renovations is about to get ruined.
Yeah, it's about good.
Let it get ruined. Fuck, there's gonna be people who do a fucking bomb ass job because I said that. They're gonna go in there and fucking change these people's
Which
business.
makes it easier for you to make money and close.
I mean, right now it's easy for me in any category, honestly. Well, you seriously, because at the stage I'm at, we have content everywhere.
Yeah.
I have a team everywhere. I have devs. I can make a fucking landing page tomorrow and have better content than everyone and beat them.
Yeah, the content thing is. I had to unfollow you because you were posting so many content. I have because I was getting hit with Eddie Malouf for media content and ads. It's like yo, like this guy crazy. So I had to unfollow you for a minute to focus.
It's
up on
okay. I
myself.
mean, you lost some money in that time, but it's okay. I drop value, bro. I just
Yeah,
give,
you do,
I just
you
give
do.
away value, bro. But what was I saying? The content. Yeah. So I get
niche,
like I'm not worried, bro. Because I like the other day I got on a call with someone who owns a franchise of 50 locations, and he was like, marketing companies, like he's like telling me how they all fuck him over and they all suck and all this stuff. I was like, bro, listen, I have 100 employees. I have fucking offices in four different places. I'm spending this much money a month on my own business and payroll. Like, I'm on the fucking call with you here as a business owner. Like, you're not fucking talking to some marketing guy. Like, let's fucking do this. Like, I know how to fucking run a business. Like, I'm not coming in to run your ads. Here's 5 problems I can tell you right now are wrong with your business. Like, your partner's on the call. Here's 5 problems. Do you guys agree with me? They're like, I agree with you. They're all problems. I'm like, great. What else do you need from me? Like, what else do you get what I'm saying? Like, who can compete with me on that? In the marketing space. You know what I mean? It's like, so I'm not worried what niche people get into. I know when I have a client, they'll stay with me longer than everyone else because I'm optimizing outside of just the marketing.
If you had to get a client from scratch, 0 experience, complete beginner in SMMA
Outreach.
right now, what would you do? What kind of outreach?
I would
DMs, cold email,
all of it. All of it. Phone calls to their business. I was so good at that shit, bro. Like,
what do you say? What's your cold call script? What's your angle? Do you go with the honest angle? Like, hey, I am calling to pitch you if you give me 30 seconds, or do you go with more just like, hey, Eddie?
No. I'm like the other way. The first way.
Okay, so you're straight up.
I'm very direct. Yeah.
You get any airtime, drop your pitch.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, what's up, man? I help other gyms all over the country, and I'm looking for a gym in fucking Denver, Colorado right now. I was looking online based on your reviews, based on everything you got. It looks like you have what it takes for me to generate you a pretty significant amount of business with ads. I can show you some other people I'm doing it for too. If you want, like, if you're cool, let's jump on a call for like 20 minutes and I'm just looking for one person in Denver. So if you're no big deal. I'll call someone else, but if you give me a chance, I'll put you first on the list and I'm sure I could bring you some money.
Nice and easy.
That's it.
Most people overcomplicate shit. The problem with most people that are trying to make money is that they don't ever take the first step. So you just gave us such a simple cold call script. And what I tell everyone, SMMA business, it's simple, but it's also fucking hard. The hardest part about that whole thing is most people don't even ever pick up the phone. They're too scared.
Or they
never pick up the phone. They
talk to 20 people and it all sucks and they stop.
And then they say the script sucked.
Like, what if I did it to 1,000 people? Like, I've got to fucking figure some things out along the way. That's people
one of the things that we came up with in the program now to help hold people accountable. We came up with a challenge called the Cameron Challenge, inspired by an agency owner who went from homeless and literally in jail to like drug addicted to making it's pretty intense. Yeah. He changed his entire life around, but now he's doing 7 figures with his agency, and he did it through cold calling. And so we created something called the Cameron Challenge, where you dial in a week 1,000. You have to make 1,000 dials. And what happens is everyone that's gone through it hasn't said that it's like now they have tens of thousands of dollars. No one's actually said that. But what everyone does say is like, holy shit, I am much more prepared now to go out and make tens of thousands of dollars every single week from here on out, because it's from 1 week. Everyone's like, I'm a different person. I'm ready. I know what to do to make money. So they don't actually make the money yet, but they became a 7-figure human being. So now they can actually become a 7-figure entrepreneur and capitalize.
So I'll tell you, cold call you're asking, I was just thinking about it. What would make like a good cold call? There's a few factors. One, you have to earn people's trust, like right out the gate, that you understand their industry. So I would use a keyword that a normal person outside of their industry wouldn't use. So like, for example, if I was to call a dentist, I would find something in the dental office space that is like dental terminology.
All on 4 implants.
That I could drop even more, what is it?
Full arch restoration implants.
Example, right? They're like, only someone who understands dentistry would say that. Attention call.
Some random person calling is not going to say, I'm looking for a full arch restoration.
Exactly, right? But like, hey, do you do full arch restorations? Yeah, perfect. That's what I specialize in. Here's my, like, automatically trust. It's like, this dude understands my category. He's not just like, I can bring you leads. I can bring you more business. That's too vague. I run ads, right? So that's number one. You're so funny, bro.
The problem is that I've just been hanging out with teenagers. So I feel like
you coach them all too. So number 2.
Appreciate you, bro.
Number 2 is you need it to feel like it can be taken away if he doesn't say yes on that call. So if you notice in the example I gave about Denver, I said, look, I work in exclusivity. So like once I work with someone in Denver, that's the only person I'm looking for. Based on your social media, based on your reviews on Google, I think you'd be a good fit. That's why I'm calling you first. If it's not, no big deal. I'll just call someone else and, you know, we'll work it out. But I wanted to give you the first shot because I think you have the best chance.
There's also the tonality. You came in very like confident, very grounded, very like, yeah, I'm looking to work with someone. If you want to do it, I can show you some results. And if not, no worries. It's very like, you seem very grounded.
Yeah, which is important.
You don't seem like you need it. You know, like for example, whenever sales guys are in a rut, I actually tell them, go fuck up the next 100 calls. Because at that point, and this is kind of maybe, I don't know if this is different than other people's sales strategies to break.
My sales strategy is don't.
No, that's not what I mean.
Fuck it all.
No, but what happens is if a sales
I don't know if anyone teaches that.
Yeah, fuck you. Bro, this guy. All right, well, here's what I was actually going to try to say. But if people are in a rut, what happens is then they're like, they need the sales so bad. They're like, and then they put so much pressure on themselves that doesn't actually exist. They're like, I need to make the next sale. So I'm like, dude, if you fuck up the next 100 sales, we're good. Just focus on you. Keep putting the reps in. Do what you need to do. And then what happens is they are like, oh wow, pressure isn't actually there. And of course there's still pressure from the sales call, but that internal dialogue of like, I need to make this sale goes away. And I think with your cold call script, you kind of approached it in that same tonality. Like, if you don't want to do this, it's okay.
And if you don't want to do it, it's probably not available if I hang up. Because I'm gonna go talk to someone else. I don't need to say those words, but that is
You don't need to say them.
I don't need to say it.
But you are saying it without saying it.
Exactly, right? And because I'm doing that, there's a sense of scarcity and there's a sense of, let me just get on a 15-minute call because it could stop my competitors from working with this guy and not me working with him anymore without me saying it like that. You get what I'm saying? Like for example, auto side, right?
Yeah.
We do have exclusivity. So this is a real thing we implemented so that it would be a real thing. No, it's 100%. Bro, we've taken people's money and then we've refunded them the next day because we realized they were closer than we thought. Like all the time. I've probably lost 50 automotive shop because we've taken their money. Not even turned away. Turned away probably hundreds because of exclusivity, right?
But then don't you think they've signed up with another agency?
I don't give a fuck.
Anyway, so might as well go with you.
That's honestly, if I had to start over again.
Because they're not us, bro. Like you're not me. You know what I mean? I'm not you. We each have our own edges. But like if my goal is a marketing partner for you locally close and I have a specific strategy that works and there's a limited amount of people and my goal is to grow your business. We should always be growing if I'm the marketing guy. Why would I go to your competitor? I would rather one guy who's safe, we're doing business with very well with each other, great relationship, doesn't leave me, we're working for years together, than me and his competitor, and then it just gets money both ways. It's just not. So, dude, you have to understand. There's the whole United States. Who fucking cares if they're in fucking Denver or fucking what's north of Denver? Give me a city like
Miami.
Boulder. Huh?
Bro, Miami is not. Tony, that was low. That was a low moment.
We're gonna cut that. We're gonna cut that.
We're not cutting that.
That one's getting cut out.
We're not cutting that out.
We need to remove that one. That one's bad.
Eddie. I don't think you understand. The way that you go viral is by saying some wild shit.
I know. I'm just not a wild
Tony,
guy.
I'm going to say that was one of your lowest moments.
How's that low?
Because
it's as low as Miami is on the map. That's how.
Miami's pretty map of the United States, not the whole world, by the way.
Yeah. But the United States. You get what I'm saying.
So it's the lowest.
But anyways, my point is like if you actually implement exclusivity, dude, in your business, then you're not lying when you tell them that. So like then it's an actual thing. And when you put yourself in that scenario, you give off a more honest vibe right out the gate because you are being more honest because you actually have exclusivity. And so when you call people and you put that in there, like, and say, no big deal, I'll just call someone else. Like one, you're saying from the get-go, I don't need your business right now. That makes people want to work with you. Two, you're saying I'll go and talk to someone else, but you're doing it so kindly. You're not being like, if you don't want to work with me, no problem, I'll go to your competitor. You know what I mean? You're not saying that. You're just saying, no worries, dude, I'm looking for one dentist in Denver. And if it's not you, I went to you first because of these things that I saw online that make you a good fit, that I think you can make the most money. But if not, no big deal. I have a few other people on my list. You're just the first one that I called.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is an opportunity that you're taking away Now you're in charge of the cold call, not that person. Now it's like, man, I mean, what's the worst case? 15 minutes of my time with this guy, like to figure out if he's not bullshitting, if he is bullshitting, or I lose it forever. Low risk, high reward, like Joel's saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like when you put them in a low risk, high reward scenario, very easy to make money. And then specifically do your outreach in hours that people don't have a lot of business. That's something I think a lot of people fuck up. Like, for example, I was in an industry that only mainly worked Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, didn't work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. When do you think I did all my outreach?
Monday, Tuesday,
Wednesday. I fucking had demos stacked all fucking day because I knew they had nothing to fucking do. Sorry, I'm busy. I'm like, dude, come on. I'll literally email them back and be like, there's no way you're busy. Like you're off these days. So like, it's not worth 30 minutes of your time making money for your business. Like if that's not worth your 3 fucking work days, like your priorities aren't, I don't give a fuck, bro. Your priorities aren't straight, bro.
You got to be a savage. Yeah.
I have a question on sales. Last question. Because you're selling at like a different, it's not like selling $1,500 to like an auto shop, right?
Yes, it is.
You sell at like an 8-figure level. It's like different, no?
No, I'm still
Saying
selling.
humans are humans.
I'm still selling people $1,500 packages or $2,000 packages.
I think he's asking more like,
As in like
$1,500. Is selling a $1,500 package much different than selling a $50,000 a month?
Yeah, because you work with like e-com brands. I bet the ticket price for this is definitely high.
Yeah, like 20K.
So he's essentially the question
Yeah.
is $20K a month versus $1,500 a month.
Like,
Is
what's
the
the-
sales process different?
It's a longer sales process. Sorry, sometimes. I'll tell you this.
Probably if they came from your brand, it's not that
My
long.
last 3 sales were not from ads, but they weren't from referrals.
They were from brand.
Brand that came to me, my desk, not like my sales team. My sales team gets deals.
yeah.
But my last 3 sales calls I had, each of them ended in a $15,000 transaction. Not on the call, but like, hey, here's my price. I'll send you the contract. I'll send you the payment link. If you want to do it, you do it.
Yeah.
Next day, paid, signed, all of them.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
no, it's just as easy. But the higher level of people that you deal with,
You say it's easier to deal with those type of people?
if you're smart, if you're inferior to them in intellect,
And
quite
you have to have
frankly,
to work
they'll
with
read
those
through it,
with the,
and they'll be cautious to give you that
to
much
work
money.
to work with that level of clientele. There's 2 things you need to have. You need to have your shit together, like
They need to talk to you for a full hour and not pierce your armor, if that makes sense. Like you need to be so strong in your foundation and your
like
knowledge.
you need to know your shit. Like
Exactly.
you can't like your demo presentation is not gonna like
I don't even use a demo.
yeah.
I don't
It's
even
like
share my screen.
that's what I'm trying.
I look at their business. That's the difference.
The it's like
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
it's like imagine if you go to the doctor. It's like you're my first patient ever. It's like
Not,
you'd be like
not even that.
I'm
Imagine you went to a
leaving.
doctor and he had a demo. He had a fucking, okay, let me tell you about John. John had a headache. He had a
before
headache
John came
just like you. But imagine you go to the doctor and the doctor goes, hey man, you're looking a little skinny. I think you could put on a little weight. What are you eating? What do you
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
What do you
How much
this?
are you
What do
benching?
How much are you working out? You're not working out. Great. Boom, boom, boom. Question.
Also, I have a quick question too.
in. No, bro, we gotta go.
One question, last
Last
question.
question.
Do you believe in the sell first, figure it out later? Or are you like a figure it
Can
out
I guess
first?
what you're gonna say?
What?
Depends on the offer. You need context. Like if it's something that you know you can fulfill on and figure it out, you could probably sell first. But if you're like, the fuck is this? You're probably gonna try to figure some things out first.
100%. So like we're starting a new agency in a new niche. I'll spend about like 30. I'll require the team to do like 30 to 60 days worth of build out planning, SOPs, processes, not 60, 30 to do everything to make sure I feel confident in saying now let's take other people's money. Okay. Because it's a new niche. Give you a different example. I have a conference called Agency Founders. If you haven't been, you should totally go.
We'll link it below.
You fucking rock the stage at Agency Founders, by the way. But anyways, so Agency Founders this year, we spent a fuck ton of money. We went super hard on budget.
It's not free.
Huh? Nah, 5 to 10K a ticket, baby. 5 to 10K. Best money you'll spend besides Joel's program. No, but seriously, so we did the conference just to give you a perspective, and I had a presentation set, and my presentation was on the second day. So there's a networking mixer day 0, day 1. There's a full day, and then networking thing at night. Then day 2 is when I spoke after lunch or before lunch. So I had a presentation about building teams, ops, SOPs, everything. I went in after talking to people for 2 days, day 0 and day 1. I realized people wanted training on sales, and I knew what all the speakers were talking on, and none of them talked on sales. And I also found out that all of them wanted to be in a really high level mastermind of like 7-figure plus agencies only that are trying to get to like multiple 6 figures a month. They're like, we just want a group of just us. Those are 2 things I concluded. So in 24 hours, I wrote a 192 slide presentation on sales. I changed my entire presentation from scratch, wrote it on sales, and I pitched Agency Founders Accelerator, which is like our mastermind. It's $30K for 1 year. I know, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to pitch it on your podcast or anything, but
you know, it's all love.
Cool. So this is important for
I thought you were going to give it away for free, like everything else. No, just kidding. All right, no more jokes. No more jokes.
Can I join? Can I join?
No, you can't. Not where you're at. But anyways, so
I'll buy it for you one day.
we like
I'll buy it for you one day.
we like looking at people's financials.
I get a discount. I get a slight discount with Eddie.
Joel
I get the friends and family.
gets whatever he wants. But yeah, so I sold that from stage. We had 15 people buy that at 30K. 15? Yeah, 15 people. 15 people buy that at 30K from stage. And then I put the program together. I don't even want to work with people who don't make 80 to 100K a month, at least. You get what I'm saying? Because like, I can't even talk at that level. Like, you can tell. Joel's like, what would you do if you cold call? I'm like, I'd build a building and a parking lot.
No. Eddie goes, what would you do if you cold call him? I close the client. I close them. It's like,
Yeah,
he's
so-
like coaching someone. He's like, what script? What do you mean, what script? You haven't sent out 1,000 DMs already?
But yeah, so my point is,
Yo, you're
I know-
gonna be late to your own dinner, Eddie.
that's all good, bro. Because it's my dinner, I can do whatever. But we should leave, right now.
Eddie plant yeah.
But yeah, so an answer, like Joel said, situational. If I knew I could deliver on the product, it doesn't matter. All I need to do is just get the clients to then deliver on the product.
Sell it, bro.
That's it. If I know I can
Stop
deliver.
being a bitch.
If I can't deliver, then I'm learning how to deliver before I deliver, and I'm probably only max taking 1 to 4 clients to figure out how to deliver before I go and tell other people to give me their money.
But here's
Practical
one
advice.
last caveat. Most things to deliver on are literally one YouTube video away.
One YouTube
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
He's talking about like, oh, I don't know how to deliver on like building a massive 7-figure operation. Like he's like, I don't know how to
doing
deliver on
someone's
50.
marketing is way simpler.
Like, doing some TikTok ads for chiropractor
in
like,
1 hour.
You can sell
learn that in
without
1 hour.
literally.
Pretty much.
Honestly, if you overcomplicate it and overlearn it, you're probably gonna get worse results. And if you dumb it down and you're like a bro media buyer and you're like, oh, click
Chad.
here. You're like the Chad of media buying and you're like, oh, click here and oh, this looks cool. That's a good offer. $21 adjustment. I would probably get that. All right.
That's what I do, bro. I just like click random buttons.
You probably get better results than overcomplicating it.
Just open
I just close
targeting.
my eyes and just
open targeting.
Send.
Yeah, this guy's open targeting lead forms.
Open targeting
national
You're
campaigns.
so funny. But I hope this is valuable to people listening.
Bro,
man.
this is so good.
There's
I
no
don't know
hope
if it
in
was
man.
or wasn't. You know what I mean? I'm
Dude, it was
fucking weird.
fantastic.
This was amazing.
It was fantastic. I thought it was a good mix of entertainment.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me on the show. Oh, you guys don't do an outro? Well, fuck.
Bro.
Well,
I'm just
hey guys,
trying.
Thanks for getting on the fucking podcast. I hope this was super valuable.
It was valuable. That's
was
why we were
really,
val-
really,
this is
really
the most
good.
fucking valuable.
If this is the first time you've heard this podcast, give it a fucking like, a subscribe, follow it on whatever platform you listen to. Joel, official Joel Kaplan on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. What's your shit?
It's Tony Lee.
Fuck Tony. Eddie Malouf. EDDIE. You'll fucking find it on the video. Don't misspell
We'll
it
link it.
because they'll take your crypto. Gotta make sure it's the real one.
Or just, you should give them your crypto.
Thanks
As we say, if you give away your crypto, that's on you. Extreme ownership, you know?
Extreme ownership.
I swear to you, I've had people screenshot me 40, 50 grand.
No.
Crypto transactions to my fake bots. That's why there's so many, bro. They're fucking relentless.
At that point, it's their fault.
I was like, bro, I'll pay you more. Just come work for me to the bots. I'm like, bro, I don't know who you are, but like run
guy's
my
trying-
sales and you will
This
make
guy's
way
trying
more.
to sell the bots.
That's what I'm
joining.
saying, bro.
Become my DM setter.
I'm like, that's what I'm saying,
Become
bro.
my DM
You know,
setter.
I pay you
You're
more
selling
than
a
this,
40K
bro.
piff?
And you
You're
do
selling a
good.
40K piff. Crypto.
That's
There's
it,
not even a
bro.
processing fee.
That's what I'm saying.
Is there a
bro.
processing fee?
There's
Very
nothing,
little.
bro. Take your 10 G's commission, bro. Go home. Anyways,
Wow.
thanks for listening to
Yo,
the podcast. Hope this was valuable. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you boys on the next one. But I won't be there because it's not that awesome without me. But
Peace out.
peace.